Hello again, I am back in the forest. One of the things I like about coming through here is because it's different every time. Like, it always looks different, it smells different depending on the season or how the weather's been. There are different kinds of birds or insects in the trees. Like when Mr. L was here, we went for a walk through here and there were these electric blue dragonflies everywhere. It was amazing. Really azure blue, and they looked quite like fairies. Today's very cool t-shirt featuring my favourite pet noir, brought to you by a small business called Black Sanctuary. Very cool. Speaking of this forest, I came through here the other day with my dad. He came here to visit me and he brought with him a friend of his wife, and she was really cool. Oh, it was such a great, it was like 3 days they were here. It was such a great time. I didn't know he was coming. He kind of just surprised me. So last week, maybe you noticed, I was like on a real roll. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get 5 videos up this week. Damn! But I ended up only managing 4, and they've just toodled off on the rest of their trip. Yeah, so I didn't know he was coming. That's in his typical tradition of just being spontaneous. I think I kind of inherited that a bit. It was just wonderful. It was really great to have a parent around, and I really felt like I was being, you know, looked after. Got cooked for and fed, and it was just wonderful. I was like, oh, this is so nice. See, I wasn't really online much, and I fell off my roll a little bit. I was like, I'm so freaking motivated. I'm gonna make all the videos. For some reason, after like recovering from my chest infection, or like as I've been recovering, I've had like all this energy and motivation, which is great. So I'm gonna get back on track. My parents were divorced when I was 1 year old, so I'd just go see my dad once a week, and as I got older it was like less frequently, and I actually hadn't seen him for like years up until recently. But even though I haven't spent that much time with him throughout my lifetime, we're quite similar in personality, and you know, we hate all the same food and like the same kinds of music. It's a bit weird. I guess sometimes you turn into your parents whether you intend to or not. Oh, I don't understand, like my contact lenses keep getting like really dirty. Like I can't see a damned thing. Oh, I can hear a woodpecker. I can hear a woodpecker. I can hear a runner coming as well. I like woodpeckers. Something else I've been up to is I've been on the phone a lot with just about every kind of consulate or embassy related to Ireland, the UK or New Zealand. I'm supposed to go to London tomorrow. Well, or today. I was supposed to be in London this weekend for the London Edge trade show. I was really looking forward to going. I don't know if I really posted about it on social media, but a while ago, like while Mr. L was still here, I applied for a visa for the UK. Long story, basically, if I want to visit the UK, I need a visa. So I did so. I applied for one, I paid the fee, I went to Berlin. It was very, very stressful, and you know, got my fingerprint scanned, my biometric data taken, tra-la-la-la. It was a very stressful day. What they do is they send your passport away to the UKVI, the UK Visas and Immigration place, blah, and then they send your passport back with the visa in it. And they said it would take 2 to 3 weeks at the most. And that was 2 months ago. One of the reasons my dad came over here to Europe was to go to a clan parliament. Like, you know, I have a clan, we have a castle. So yeah, once every 4 years there's a big clan gathering at the castle, and I've always wanted to go. I knew there was going to be one this year, I really wanted to go, and I thought when I sent my passport away I should get it back in time to go to the parliament with my dad. But no, I didn't get it back in time, so I had to miss out on that. I'm supposed to go to London this weekend, and obviously I still don't have my passport, so I can't do that. I've been in contact with the New Zealand Embassy of London, the New Zealand Embassy of Edinburgh. Basically the embassies can't do anything for me. They can't. You can't just call the UKVI. You can't. If you want to call them, it's like £1.30 a minute. If you want to email them, it costs £5 to email them, and that you're not actually getting to talk to anyone who has any kind of influence over the decision process or the actual application process. So I'm sorry, that's like some real boring, bloody bureaucratic bullshit, and it is a bureaucratic heap of bullshit. I just want my passport back, because like there's other... Fucking Christ, what was that? I would actually quite like to go to the UK and, you know, see my friends there and do some meetups and, you know, I don't just want to whinge, so what's something good I can say? What's something good? I'm feeling better, I'm not sick anymore, I'm just still in that kind of last driggy recovery bit of the chest infection. It's going away. Pretty much decided that I'm going to uproot my whole life again. I think it's time to, well, it really is time to move on to the next chapter of life and move somewhere else. I'm not really sure yet how I'm going to do that, but basically I need my passport. So before I can discuss anything more about moving or where it might be or tra-la-la or when, I have to solve this noise with the UK visa passport thing. So fingers crossed that can be solved quickly because I feel kind of stuck without that. Because I'm probably going to move, I'm going to sell a whole bunch of stuff. I've already been selling quite a lot of stuff in my little second-hand store on Store Envy. It's the website I use for that. I've got all the stuff, some of which I've had for years and years, and I've hung on to it because it's so beautiful and I haven't wanted to part with it, but maybe it's been too small, or I've like never had the occasion to wear it, or whatever reason, or it doesn't suit me. So I've still got plenty of stuff to sell, and I'm planning on doing some kind of like big sale. I'm sort of putting a lot of things aside for that, so that's going to be fun. Because if I'm going to uproot and shift again somewhere else, I don't want to have to carry, you know, things that I'm not going to need or I'm not going to use. Birds! So yeah, what I did kind of want to talk about was the concept of home. Like, home. What is a home? Home is where the heart is. Well, I don't really feel like I've had a home for a very long time. I mean, my home was where I grew up with my mother, but that house has been sold and she lives somewhere else now. I lived in the house that she lives in now for a while, but I didn't like living there, so I wouldn't really consider that place my home. It's her house. I feel like I've been like searching for a home. That's something I wanted when I came here, was I wanted to like find friends and a new kind of extended family and a nice flat, a nice house that I could live in for years and years and years, to have like a home. You know, obviously that all didn't work out, and I think it's time to move again and continue the search for wherever home is. I always sort of thought that my home, where I lived half my heart, was in Edinburgh. If I could live anywhere, I think I would want to live in Edinburgh or near it. So I have so many friends there, and I really love that city. I love that city. I find it so fascinating. I love the atmosphere. Being there was one of the happiest times of my life. I've always said that I left half my heart in Edinburgh. So if home is where the heart is, and at least half my heart is there, like I can't go live there, that's probably out of the question. It's going to be an interesting next few months, I think. It really is. Until the end of the year, I think things are going to change a lot. I think it's really time that they have to. It's like, I don't like it when things stagnate. You know, I always say that if you're not happy with your situation, you should change it. Like, it's, no matter what your situation is, you can change it. That's one of my philosophies for life. My situation is not good, it's not happy, it's not fulfilling. This is not my home. I thought it was going to be, but it isn't, so I've got to carry on looking for wherever that is. I think it's very satisfying spiritually to know that you've got somewhere to go home to. And what does that mean to you? Would you say that's where your family is? Would you say that's where your friends are, or the people you love the most? Would you say it's where you grew up? Would you say it's just wherever you happen to be living at the time? When I'm out somewhere, I don't say that, like afterwards, oh, I'm going home. I say like, I'm going back to my place. I'm going back to my house, my flat. I think I'm at that point of my life, maybe it's my age, where I kind of want like a nest. I want like a permanent, long-term home that's happy. I want a family, you know, I want to have my husband and children, and I want my hearth and my fireside and my backyard and my white picket fence. No, just want some stability, just want to get on with life. So that would be made a heck of a lot easier for UKVI. It would give me my passport back with a visa in it, pretty please, so that all that stress and effort and expense wasn't for naught. Yeah, you did say that you were keen for more of these kind of chit-chat life update sort of videos, just so we can kind of connect more. He's coming. I've been busy hanging out with my dad. Now that he's gone, I'm trying to catch up on work. I always have way too much stuff to do. Like, I'm just constantly in this state of this like perpetual internal scream every time I look at my inbox, or I think of all the jobs I have to do for other people and like the stuff I haven't done yet. Like, well, thank you very much for watching and walking with me through this lovely green, fresh smelling forest. It rained quite a lot yesterday, so it still has that kind of nice green freshness in the air. It's lovely. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel, come hang out, you know you want to, and as always, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I'll see you next time. Bye!